everyone. So this is going to be one of those lower energy kind of videos because I'm just really tired, and I'll get to that in a moment. But I just wanted to start off with a quick thank you to Sean. You're the first person to use the little PayPal links in my description, and yeah, that was really generous of you to send me money through that. You're also on my Patreon, so wow, amazing. Yeah, so I guess if anyone's wondering, yes, I do have PayPal and Patreon links in the description. The difference between them is PayPal is just if you want to send me a tip. It doesn't come with anything. It's just a nice thing if you don't want to sign up to the Patreon. The Patreon's the one where you pay $1 monthly or more if you want to, and that's how you get access to extra stuff, which is sometimes there's extra videos, not that often. There's also a lot of art stuff and music stuff. Yeah, so if you're wondering about that, that's what it is. I really should get around to making a proper video about that, but I'm too tired today, so not gonna happen. But anyway, yes, thank you to Sean. How do I put that in real terms for me? That's like paying maybe my year's phone bill almost. I don't use my phone that much, so it doesn't cost as much as everyone else's, but yeah, that's in real terms. What else? So yeah, no, I was going to make some videos today, but I'm really tired. Yeah, and I had this dumb idea as well, I could make a video about some of the people I know called Sean, except they're all kind of bad stories. Yeah, not a fun time, and I don't think I really want to go into those. And then yeah, if I'm naming people, there's more than one, because I know there's at least one person who might be watching and being I hope you're not going to talk about me, and I'm well, actually there's more than one person with the same name and more than one who has annoyed me in my life. Anyway, so I'm not going to go into those stories, but yeah, and then I went to the dentist this morning, and I will talk about that at some point. I just don't have the energy right now. I'm really sorry. Yeah, but no, I had a really, I think I've just sort of thrown my sleep off again because I was up until midnight. What was it, on Thursday, getting that long 1-hour rant out, and recording it was okay, but it was just the editing and then getting it to upload. It took 2 hours to upload a 1-hour video using Australian internet. So yeah, that was not my greatest idea, but hey, getting the videos to you. But yeah, so that's kind of mucked up my sleep, and so I've been going to bed later than I should and struggling to wake up again at the moment, so I just really need to get on top of that. I didn't do any video editing over the weekend. Saturday, I think. Was it Saturday? Yeah, I was so useless on Saturday. I didn't really do much. I kind of just sat around and had no energy. So yeah, but another thing, okay, so this one is probably going to disappoint a few people, but an issue I'm having at the moment is more and more people are trying to message me on my private Facebook account, and I know I said in some, maybe in one of the depression videos or something, you can message me if you need help, but no one is messaging me about mental health things, and there's only a certain amount I can help you with anyway. People are messaging me with other stuff, and I appreciate the support, but I'm just finding it hard to keep up with all the messages, especially when I've got the rest of my life happening and there are other people who need to message me about things that are happening in my life. I can't keep on top of all these extra messages, and particularly when they're going to my personal private Facebook account. You can follow me on my private account, that's fine, because sometimes I post things on that I don't post on my official artist page, Destroy Mariko. Sometimes they end up with different content because I'm, not a social media wizard like that, and I don't like repetitive posting because I know there are people who follow both of those pages. So yeah, you can follow me on my personal page, but I'm going to, I think, have to put my foot down and be please don't message me on my personal account if I don't know you in real life or have some other connection to you in that way. So there are a few people who have been sending me messages, and I'm really sorry, but even if I've been enjoying conversations, I'm just gonna have to put my foot down and like blanket say, no, don't message me on that. You can message me through my Facebook page, Destroyer Mariko. The thing that makes the difference for me is that one doesn't pop up in my face or on my app and stuff, and I think that's something, you know, I just need to do, is separate my personal private life from my public YouTube life. And yeah, I know that's going to disappoint a few people, but also like, yeah, it is taking up my time. It means that, like, if I'm distracted responding to all these messages, I don't have as much time to edit videos, and yeah, it's distracting, and I end up doing things, you know, being lazy and not doing what I should do. There's only so much time I have in the day, and yeah, I do need a lot of downtime, so I end up watching videos and just zoning out for a bit. And yeah, it's all sort of adding up to this procrastination and not letting me get up to making the videos and so on. Like, I've still got a couple of videos that I haven't edited, and they've been sitting there for a while, and I just haven't got around to editing them. So yeah, real sorry about that. Also, if you do if you do message me on my public Facebook page, like, I am not going to get into deep conversations. Like, I think I just need to not do that so much, because I have had some quite long and interesting discussions with people, but yeah, it's just getting too much. I think if you're messaging me on my public Facebook account, please just make that things like mental health questions that you're not comfortable asking publicly. Otherwise, if you want to like ask me other stuff, please leave comments on the videos if you're happy for them to be public, and I will just answer them. But I'm not going to get into these heaps deep, like, long conversations anymore. I can't keep up. And yeah, I hope that doesn't disappoint too many people. But here's another thing, is like, when you're doing that, it means I am having to focus attention on one person, and I kind of feel like that's not fair on everyone else, because there will be people watching this going, oh, I didn't know I could message you, and now I've missed out because everyone else got in first. And I kind of feel like, yeah, like, it's kind of unfair to everyone else. You know, people, like, some people having access to me, I feel like, oh, how do I manage this? It's really tricky. Yeah, and whereas if you're writing comments publicly, that means at least everyone else can sort of look at and have the chance to like participate as well. It's not just like a one person thing. Yeah, you know, and it's the same, like, you know, if I'm having a live stream and there's only one person who's turned up and chatting with me, that's fine, because everyone else is still getting something out of it. It's not like, you know, I'm just talking to one person and everyone else is missing out. Does that kind of make sense? I don't really want to have that sort of exclusive kind of thing going on. Also because something that I find happens, and I think I probably talked about this ages ago, if any of you remember the pixels on the screen rant or ramble that I went on years ago, it's one thing that happens when I'm having one-on-one discussions with people through these messaging services is people start thinking that we've got more of a relationship than we actually do. I think today most people that I'm having that sort of one-on-one with are a bit more sensible about it, maybe because they've been following me for long enough, whereas back before people didn't know so much about me and the way I think and feel, and you know, they were thinking, oh, if I talk to her enough, maybe we can become like really good friends, or, you know, relationships and all that. Like, the people who go into that extreme of thinking we could have an online relationship, and I'm like, do you know how hard that is? Like, even asexuality aside, like, to have a long distance online relationship, good luck. Very rare to make that work. But yeah, even like now, like, people sort of thinking they're more in my life than they actually are. I mean, you've got to remember that this relationship that we have is, I'm a YouTuber, you're watching me, you're interested in my life, but I don't really know much about you, and I'm not seeking information about you. I know sometimes they're like, oh, you know, if you want to be a good YouTuber, you have to act like your viewers' friends and have that full-on connection. But I will be upfront with you guys, because I don't like to bullshit, is like, this is not really a proper two-way relationship. And I'm sorry if some of you had the illusion that it was, but anytime you're watching a YouTuber and they're like, oh, we're all such good friends, you're kind of not with them. Like, especially when they're a bigger YouTuber with a gazillion comments. If they're pretending to be your friend, like, it's just an act to make you feel a connection with them so that you watch them more. Does that make sense? Like, there's too many of you watching them for them to have any real connection. The only reason I'm able to have more of a connection, and up till now have felt like I could answer more private messages, and like I answer almost every comment if I have a thought. Like, if it's a short comment that doesn't really need an answer, I won't answer it. But or if you've said something really weird and I'm just like, I don't know how to respond, those are the times I don't answer. But for everything else, I try and answer your comments. And then I've been trying to answer the private messages as well. And the only reason I can do that is, yes, I have 1,000 subscribers, but most of them never say anything. Most of them don't even watch, so I don't know what's going on with my subscriber count. Yeah, whereas if you're one of these big YouTubers who might be pretending to be your friend, they cannot pay attention to every single comment. Yeah. And another thing I was thinking about is like, okay, so clearly there's a demand from some people that they want to have more like one-on-one type conversations with me. And, you know, some YouTubers and other online people, they, on their Patreon, they have like some expensive tier where you can have like 30-minute conversation, blah blah blah, and sometimes it's a video call as well. And I'm like, ooh, I'm not comfortable with video calls. But the thing for me is like that exclusivity thing again. I don't really like it. I'd rather we all share the thing, like, yeah. And also, just because I'm tired, I don't think I could handle it anyway, because yeah, I get socially exhausted really easily, and that's even online. Yeah, and I'm actually getting so tired that I don't really know what else I want to say about that. There are some other things I might talk about, like why I don't like phone calls and voice messages and so on. But yeah, I'm actually just gonna have a nap right now. But yeah, so that's some of the self-discipline I think I need to do, is just not respond to so much stuff. Like, it's kind of sad because sometimes there are interesting things and all that, but I'm just sort of, because my weekend was difficult in the sense of me being alert and getting anything done, and I still have to go out later tonight as well. Yeah, I'm just sort of thinking I need to take a step back with my digital life and work out exactly where my boundaries are. So at least for now, like I can see in my inbox right now, there's a few messages that I just haven't got around to yet. And I mean, I'll look at them, but I think after this, I'm just gonna have to like turn off messages for people who I don't know in real life, or like basically if you're not one of my Facebook friends, then that's how you know I'm probably gonna not respond for a bit, because I'm just so tired. And like, I was gonna make videos today, but this is the only one. I'm too tired. Yes, what is this? I am a bitch. I'm really sorry, but I gotta do me. Yeah, I think I'm not even gonna bother. I think I'm not even gonna bother editing this one and putting my little end screen thing on, because I'm just tired. Fuck, and I also wanna, I'm hoping tomorrow's weather's a bit better so I can finally film the bonsai stuff, and there's things going on with the kitchen soon, so that might be interesting, and yeah, the dentist stuff, but I don't know if I'm gonna have energy tomorrow, because I've already like been out so much today. Like, oh my god, I've had so much going on. It's just, there's too much happening in life, and I just need to chill. And so I'm sorry if I'm disappointing some people, but please do like just comment, please, because that's easier. It doesn't end up on my phone going Wah! I mean, I don't have notifications on my phone on anyway, but you do see that little bubble pop up, and when I'm on my computer on Facebook, often messages just pop up, and I'm like, have you ever had that thing where you've got all the messages popping up on the bottom of your screen, and there's like so many that you can't even see the next message? that happens to me sometimes, and it's just like you're trying to keep up with how many conversations at once, and it's my brain is just sort of goes nope. And so I been playing with my chat settings, and you know, sort of deciding, do I want it to just all be off, or should I just turn it on for like people I'm actively organizing things? Oh, because there is one big thing coming up, is I'll be releasing my EP soon, so that's another reason I'm so tired at the moment. Yeah, and I mean, last week I was still working that kid's job. This week, hopefully I'll just have time to chill. On Wednesday, instead of going to that dumb job, I'm going to be going to lunch with Mum, which we haven't had a chance to do much of since I did that job. Yeah, we did go to lunch on Friday, but yeah, no, I want to get, we've been doing weekly lunches and haven't had a whole lot of time for that, so I'm just going to take some time for me. There is still going to be a weekly video on Wednesday, because that's already pre-edited, and now I'm like, okay, I'm glad I didn't do the 2 videos a week thing. I'm glad I kept these scheduled, because I am a mess and I don't know when I'm going to be a mess, and I think that's me right now, is I'm just like, I cannot sit there and edit. I feel like I've been looking at screens too much, and yeah, I'm just gonna have a nap. So Wednesday video is still gonna be a thing. I've programmed this week's already, and I think next week's one will be based on a video request from someone, and then if I finally get around to editing it, I've got another video request coming up, and then I have, oh, this is one that like I filmed first and then someone requested it, so at the beginning of the video I don't say, hey, this is a request for someone, I just get into it, but yeah, you'll be happy when that comes around. Yeah, so I managed to ramble for 17 minutes, but now I'm going to nap, and I will see you when I see you, and I'm sorry to disappoint people. I'm trying to do my best, but my energy right now is really bad, and I think it's because I stayed up till midnight doing that thing, and then I've just like not been taking care of myself, and trying too hard to answer questions, and then just the rest of my life, and yeah, I'm going to go. It's not good night because it's still, it's like what time is it? It's 3 p.m. now. I'm gonna have like a 1 hour nap, and then I have to go out again. So what do you say in this situation, seeing as it's not good night? Ah, fuck it, good night.